So now you got Obamacare, it's the law of the land. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been bashing it, right? You've been bashing the president's healthcare reform, but at the same time, you have never once, not once, been able to replace it with something better. So how do you have the nerve to talk about Obamacare and talk about the president's healthcare reform when you have not once, not once replaced it with something better? And the worst part of it is that, dude, the healthcare, Obamacare, it's not even Obama's Obamacare. It doesn't even belong to Obama. Do you know who it belongs to? Mittens. It belongs to Governor Mitt Romney of the state of Massachusetts. And you wonder why everybody's all souped up about it. You know what's so crazy? And one thing I never understood about the Republican Party, not even the Republican Party, about politics in general, is that with the healthcare reform and with ACA, like I said, everybody's always bashing it. But it was a Republican idea to start with. Democrats were the one who took a step back and they said, you know what, maybe this actually is a good thing for America. Maybe this is something that we should implement. So I'm going to have President Obama do it, and then, hey, we're going to see how it goes. If it messes up, then it messes up, cool. We can always replace it with something better, because it wasn't our idea to start off with. But then everybody was living it. They was like, you know what, healthcare reform, hell yeah. Pre-existing conditions, are you serious? I'll tell you the perfect story that happened to me. This has happened to me in 2011. Now, this is before the mandate for pre-existing conditions took effect, and it's unfortunate that it has to happen before this happened to me, but this is exactly what happened, verbatim. So I had an appendectomy. For those who don't know who an appendectomy is, my appendix ruptured, and I never forget the story. This is 2011. This is a week before spring break. How's my spring break? I was sitting in a hospital, Kenneth Stone Hospital, and this is exactly what happened. I remember my side was hurting for a little bit. I remember calling my pops and I said, Dad, I think something's wrong with me. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I think I need to get a checkup. And he said, yeah, no, go ahead and get a checkup. I'm pretty sure nothing's wrong and everything. So the next day, I woke up. I was like, I'm cool. I'm still kind of tired. Let me get about 5 more minutes of sleep. So I went back to sleep. All of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, boom. And oh my God, it's like somebody was seriously stabbing me right here in my side, and I was screaming my lungs out, America. I was screaming my lungs out, and I just couldn't bear it. It was the worst feeling ever. And I was like, yo, this cannot be life right now. So I'm trying to call everybody I can, say, yo, you need to take me to the hospital, to the clinic right now. I have no idea what's going on. I'm starting to sweat. I'm throwing up bile. With that yellow stuff, I'm throwing that up. No more actual food. I don't even have any food. I'm just throwing up yellow stuff. I'm trying to call my roommate. So I call no lie, this is a completely true story. So I'll call my roommate, and I'm not going to tell her his name. His name starts with an N. It ends with an Oris. So I call him. It's like, look, N, something's wrong with me, and I need some help. Can you please take me to the clinic? And he said, sure, no problem. I got to go to work today, but, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool, I appreciate it. So while I was waiting for him, I'm sitting there screaming my eyes out, throwing up, and I hear the shower go on. I said, you've got to be kidding me. So he was taking a shower while I was dying in the second room. He was taking a shower while I was dying. Now, again, he didn't know that I was half dead already, but I was just throwing up. And then when he finally made it and we finally got to the car, it took the longest time for me to get to the car. So he had to drive to help me walk because I just couldn't do it. And it was just so scary. But I was like, you know what, let me get there. So for those who go to KSU and they know exactly what I'm talking about, the little bridge that goes from the Commons to the suites in the Village area. So I went over there and it was 12 o'clock. I remember this is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Bright day, the lightest time of the freaking day. People are coming to classes and they're going to classes. So you know that people are walking around. So they're walking around a bridge. And no lie, I'm crutching, walking over here, and then I collapse on the floor. And start throwing up. And there are people walking over me. which gave me the confidence like, look, man, I need to get myself up and I need to get to the clinic. I got to the clinic. I'm sweating profusely. I'm talking to the lady to say, hey, I need something's wrong with me. And then the clerk is not even paying attention to me. She's literally looking, say, oh, well, can you sign in over there? I'm like, lady, I'm dying. I am dying. Help me. And she looks at me. She's like, oh my God, sir, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. My temperature's 107 degrees right now. I'm not going to make it. So they put me on a stretcher and they put me to Kennestone Hospital. Kennestone Hospital, I get the treatment. Shout out to Kennestone Hospital because they really, they saved my life, man. They helped me out. But the point I'm trying to get is that after all the surgery and everything, when it was time to leave and time to pay, my health insurance came in the day after my surgery. My health insurance came in the day, 24 hours. Honestly, I really think they did that purposely, the hospital. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they did it somehow. And the worst, I will never forget, this is a travesty how much I was just so baffled that this actually happened to me. So the lady gave me the bill. The bill was like thousands of dollars. And no lie, I was like, she said, do you have health coverage? She was like, yeah, here you go. Like, it should have been here already. She's like, and she looked at it and she said, she said, well, sir, I'm looking here and it's telling me that your health insurance did not cover your operation because it didn't kick in until after your operation. And we can't cover you if you have a pre-existing condition. What? You know what? At that moment, I officially hated hospitals. I hated hospitals because a pre-existing condition, and then that was brought me to the point. It's like, you know what? If this is what President Obama was talking about, and the fact that this happened 24 hours prior, 24 hours, and I'm stuck having to pay this $1,000 bill, I said, look, lady, there is no way I'm paying this.